Emily Harper had always believed in signs. Not the cosmic zodiac kind. Emily was a Capricorn who rolled her eyes at horoscopes. But the small, quiet ones life hands you when you're paying attention. The way Ryan Caldwell looked at her the night they met. Like she was the only person in a crowded uptown Charlotte rooftop bar. The way he remembered she drank gin and tonic with extra lime before she even ordered her second. The way he texted her the very next morning. Still thinking about that smile. Coffee. 3 years later, on a crisp October afternoon in 2024, Emily stood in the middle of a restored 200-year-old barn 20 minutes outside Charlotte, North Carolina, and told herself every sign had led her here. The barn was perfect. Exposed wooden beams draped with fairy lights, long farmhouse tables dressed in ivory linens, centerpieces of blush peonies and wildflowers in mason jars. A bluegrass band was setting up in the corner. Outside, 300 white wooden chairs waited in neat rows beneath ancient oak trees dripping with Spanish moss. Golden hour was scheduled for exactly 5:37 p.m. She checked the Sunset app twice. Emily had planned every detail herself. She was 28, a senior graphic designer who'd built a solid freelance career after moving from Seattle to Charlotte for Ryan. She designed the save the dates, the invitations, the welcome signs, even the custom cocktail napkins that read, Emily and Ryan finally. $50,000 and 18 months of weekends had gone into this day, and it was going to be perfect. Her mother, Diane, zipped up the back of her lace gown in the bridal suite. A converted hay loft with velvet couches and a full-length antique mirror. "You look like a dream, honey," Diane whispered, eyes already misty. Emily smiled at her reflection. The dress was a fitted A-line with delicate off-the-shoulder sleeves, a deep V-back, and a cathedral-length train. Simple, elegant, timeless. Exactly what she'd pinned 100 times on her secret Pinterest board. Her 3 bridesmaids, Jess, maid of honor and best friend since college in Seattle, Megan, Ryan's cousin, and Sarah, her work friend from the design agency, fluttered around her with champagne flutes. "To the most beautiful bride in North Carolina," Jess toasted, clinking glasses. Emily laughed. Let's not get carried away. But inside she believed it. Today she felt beautiful. Today everything felt right. Across the property in the groom's cottage, a smaller restored building with leather chairs and a whiskey bar, Ryan Caldwell adjusted his charcoal gray tuxedo in front of a mirror. He was 31, tall, broad-shouldered, with dark hair that fell just right and green eyes that crinkled when he smiled. He'd built a successful real estate development firm in Charlotte over the last 5 years, flipping historic properties in Noda and Plaza Midwood. People trusted Ryan. Investors loved him. Women noticed him. But he'd chosen Emily. At least that's what everyone thought. His best man, Tyler, handed him a flask. "Last drink is a free man, brother." Ryan took a sip, grinned. Not so free anymore. His groomsmen laughed. Phones were out, snapping photos. Ryan posed, flashed that easy smile. Everything looked normal. Emily woke up at 6 a.m. in the bridal suite, even though hair and makeup didn't start until 9. She couldn't sleep. Too much adrenaline. She slipped out onto the balcony overlooking the rolling North Carolina hills, wrapped in a silk robe, and watched the sun rise. She texted Ryan, "Good morning, fiancé. Last time I get to call you that. Red heart." He replied almost instantly, "Good morning, future wife. Can't wait to marry you today." She smiled, heartful. What she didn't know was that Ryan had sent another text at 2:14 a.m., after he'd told her he was crashing early at the cottage with the guys, to a contact saved as Lauren Work. Message: "Tomorrow after the party. Room 1214. Booked under your name. Wear the red dress I love. Red heart." Lauren had replied at 2:17 a.m. "Already packed. Tonight was just practice. Tomorrow we start for real." Ryan had deleted the thread from his main messages, but he hadn't deleted it from his recently deleted folder. He never thought anyone would look. Chapter 3: The Ceremony. Emily woke up at 6 a.m. in the bridal suite, even though hair and makeup didn't start until 9. She couldn't sleep. Too much adrenaline. She slipped out onto the balcony overlooking the rolling North Carolina hills, wrapped in a silk robe, and watched the sun rise. She texted Ryan, "Good morning, fiancé. Last time I get to call you that. Red heart." He replied almost instantly, "Good morning, future wife. Can't wait to marry you today. She smiled heartful. What she didn't know was that Ryan had sent another text at 2:14 a.m. after he'd told her he was crashing early at the cottage with the guys, to a contact saved as Lauren Work. Message. Tomorrow after the party. Room 1214. Booked under your name. Wear the red dress I love. Red heart. Lauren had replied at 2:17 a.m. Already packed. Tonight was just practice. Tomorrow we start for real. Ryan had deleted the thread from his main messages, but he hadn't deleted it from his recently deleted folder. He never thought anyone would look. A young woman, mid-20s, blonde, stunning in a pale blue cocktail dress, stood slowly. She didn't look ashamed. She looked almost proud. Gasps. Whispers. Phones coming out. Emily felt her bouquet slip from her fingers. Peonies hit the runner with soft thuds. Ryan kept talking. I didn't want Emily to find out later. After the honeymoon, after we'd built a life on a lie. She deserves the truth. Even if it hurts. Even if it's here. Emily's mother was openly crying now. Her father looked ready to lunge. But Emily just stared at Ryan. You planned this? She asked, voice barely above a whisper. He nodded. I didn't know how else to do it. She looked at Lauren again. Lauren met her gaze, chin lifted. Emily's voice grew stronger. You let me walk down that aisle. You let me say vows. You let 300 people fly here, spend money, take time off work for this. Ryan didn't answer. Emily turned back to him. You think this is noble? She asked. You think humiliating me in front of everyone I love is honesty? She looked out at the sea of faces, shocked, pitying, angry. Then she did something no one expected. She laughed. A short, sharp sound. You want the truth out there, Ryan? Fine. She bent down, picked up her scattered bouquet, and faced the guests. I'm sorry you all came so far for this, she said, voice steady now. The bar is open. The food is incredible, short ribs and lobster mac. The band is fantastic. Please stay, eat, drink, dance. I paid for it. Enjoy it. Then she looked at Ryan one last time. We're done. And she walked back down the aisle. Alone. Head high. Train trailing behind her like a cape. No tears. Not yet. The door to the bridal suite slammed shut. Emily locked it. Her bridesmaids burst in 2 minutes later. Jess leading the charge. Oh my God. Emily was already kicking off her heels. Champagne, she said. All of it. Sarah poured. Hands shaking. Megan, Ryan's cousin, was pale. I had no idea. I swear. Emily drank half a flute in one go. Then she sat on the velvet couch, still in her wedding dress, and stared at the wall. Jess knelt in front of her. What do you need? Name it. Emily thought for a second. My laptop. Jess didn't ask why. She just got it. Emily opened it on the coffee table. Logged into everything. Instagram. Facebook. TikTok. Twitter, now X. Even LinkedIn. She took a photo of herself. Still in the dress, makeup perfect, eyes clear. Caption. Today I was left at the altar. My fiancé of 3 years, Ryan Caldwell of Caldwell Development Group in Charlotte, North Carolina, called off our wedding in front of 300 guests because he's been cheating on me for over a year with Lauren Whitaker. Also in attendance today, wearing light blue. Here are the texts he showed me at the altar. Here's the hotel confirmation for tomorrow night. Booked under her name. Here are their LinkedIn profiles. Here are their employers. I'm not posting this for pity. I'm posting it for accountability. And to every woman dating Ryan Caldwell right now, run. She attached everything. Screenshots. Hotel receipt. He'd foolishly used his company card. Lauren's Instagram, public, full of couple photos with Ryan, hidden in plain sight. She hit post. Everywhere. Then she closed the laptop. Now, she said. I'm getting out of this dress. Downstairs, chaos. Ryan tried to leave quietly with Lauren, but guests blocked the exit. Emily's Uncle Mike, a retired Marine, stood in front of the door. You're not going anywhere until you face this, son. Ryan's mother was hysterical. His father looked like he'd aged 10 years. The band, unsure what to do, started playing Wagon Wheel. People actually danced. Some cried. Most drank heavily. By 8 p.m. the open bar was doing record business. By 10 p.m., Emily's post had 50,000 likes. By midnight, it was trending nationwide under #NoCelebrationWedding. News outlets picked it up. Charlotte Observer, People Magazine Online, even Daily Mail. Ryan's company issued a statement Sunday morning. Mr. Caldwell has been placed on indefinite leave pending internal review. Lauren was fired Monday. Emily flew back to Seattle the next day with her parents. She didn't speak to Ryan. He tried calling 17 times. She blocked him. Friends rallied. Her old design clients reached out. Strangers sent flowers, wine, pizza, supportive messages. She stayed offline for a week. Then she came back stronger. She launched Harper Studio, her own branding agency. First campaign? A major wedding vendor hired her to design a line called Real Love Starts with Truth. She kept the dress, hung it in her closet, not as a memory of pain, as armor. Chapter 7. 6 months later. April 2025. Emily sat in a coffee shop in Capitol Hill, Seattle, working on a new client pitch. Her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. It's Ryan. I know you blocked me. This is a new phone. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. Truly. I was a coward. I hope you're happy. She stared at it for a long minute, then typed back, I am, and blocked that number too. She looked out the window at the cherry blossoms, smiled, and went back to work. The barn venue? Booked solid for 3 years. Thanks to the story. And Emily? She never needed celebration from someone else again.